What's up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Barbecue, and what I'm going to be making today is going to be some Mexican street corn. This recipe was requested by LadyRayden. What's up, LadyRayden? Thanks for the request. Anyway, if you guys are into shopping and hauls and fingernail polish and stuff like that, run by her channel and check it out. I'm going to put a link to her channel in the iCard above and the description below. Anyway, before we get into what the ingredients are, I do want to let you know that I have some corn that has been soaking in some salt water. It's probably going to have a chance to soak for about 2.5 hours, although really all that you need is 30 minutes. Why don't you guys come on in and take a look what the ingredients are, then we'll get cooking. One thing I realized when I was doing my research to come up with this recipe was there really is not a recipe on this. So what I did was I took a bunch of different ideas from a bunch of different recipes. So here's kind of what I'm doing. We're going to have some mayonnaise, which I already have in this bowl. And we're going to start adding our seasoning to it. I'm going to go ahead and add some dried cilantro to it. Love dried cilantro. This is some ancho chili powder. Going to add some of that to it. And if you know me, you know I like some heat, so I'm going to go ahead and add that in. And we have some chipotle chili powder. We're going to add some of that in. And we're just eyeballing all this. This is going to be to taste. And I'm going to add some garlic powder to it. Alright, that should work. Let's hit it with some salt to taste. And then some lime juice. And I have 2 limes out here. I wasn't sure how much I was going to need, but we're going to go ahead and eyeball this as well. Before I add the other lime in, I'm going to kind of stir it in and see what we're looking like. So really, you know, I scoured Google and YouTube and looked at a bunch of different recipes, and it seems like every single recipe had different ingredients in it. People were adding all different kind of substitutes for mayonnaise. Let's go ahead and taste this right quick. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with a little bit more lime juice. You know what, that should be enough right here. So this is going to go in the refrigerator, and it's going to have a chance to sit probably about another 1.5 hours, 2 hours before we actually start adding this to our corn. Now what we're going to do also is I'm going to set some butter out, and I'm just going to put that outside so we can kind of melt a little bit. I don't want it completely melted. I still want it to be somewhat firm. So next time you see me, we will actually be out at the grill getting this corn on. It's time to get some of this corn cooked. What I'm going to do is I have the corn that's still in the husk. I'm going to go ahead and just throw that, as many as I can, on this cool side. I have a tri-tip that I'm cooking over here, but that should be fine. And the water that we had the corn soaking in should help it steam, kind of cook a little bit. And we're just going to throw that one on there. We're going to let that go for a bit until it's cooked. Then we're going to peel back the husk and actually move that to this hot side once the tri-tip is done. Now this corn's been on this grill for about 25-30 minutes. We should be cooked enough. What I'm going to do is go ahead and remove these, and we're going to go inside and start this next step. I'm going to let these husks cool down just a little bit before I start messing with those. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to pull the husk back just like I've done on these two. We're going to hit it with a little bit of butter before we throw it back out on the grill. And you could use salted, unsalted, you know, it really doesn't matter, to be honest with you. Here's what we're going to do right now. We're going to put this corn directly over the coals, and we're going to leave this husk part on the indirect side. So we're just going to throw those on. Now, you can cook these as long or as short as you want. I do want there to be a little bit of a char on it, but I don't want it to be too dark. Got a good char on this corn. I'm about to go ahead and pull this off, and then we're going to go inside and finish this up. Just came off the grill. So now it's just time to go ahead and just finish it off. So we're going to hit it with this little compound mayonnaise that we made earlier. There we go. Now it's time to hit it with some of this cotija cheese. Now I'm going to just pat it in a little bit so when I turn it, it's not going to just completely all fall off. And this should be it. So we will see how this turns out. Time for me to dig in and see kind of what this tastes like. I've never had this before. Sounded like the bomb. Let's dig in. Let me set this plate aside so I'm not getting all this corn on top of that. Excuse the mess, but I have a big cook going on here. That is good. Actually, that cheese tastes almost exactly like Parmesan cheese. This is one of those things that turned out better than you would have thought it would have turned out. Yeah. You know what? I can continue eating, but rather than doing that, I want to let you know I appreciate you stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. Comment, subscribe. Definitely try this out or a version of this out. You will not be disappointed. Anyway, I'm out.